Hi there, my name is Katinka. I'm the seamstress at the cottage and welcome back. It is Friday, so that means it's Friday Sews, a hashtag started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. What do you do with that hashtag? I tell you about what I've made, what I've been up to, and just some general things in between. So, the first thing is, what am I wearing? I spoke to you about this fabric last week and that it was really smelly. Well, I fetched this off the line. I finished it in the week and I went and I took it off the line because I washed it again. The smell is getting better, but there's still a little bit of a whiff, but I can live with it now. Oh, look, I didn't unpick all the threads. Okay. And yeah, it's much better, but it's still, when it gets hot, it still gets a smell. So I think after like 5 or 6 more washes, it will be fine. But for now, I am just going to wear it the way it is. But I'm going to insert some footage now of me wearing it because I did something silly. I love my dress, but look, I forgot to sew the pockets together. The one side, this side is done, but this side, I still need to sew the pockets. As you saw, I did not sew up this pocket. Can you believe it? I did the whole thing. I did the hems. I did everything. But I forgot to sew up the one side's pocket. So I still need to do that. I also used this pattern. In the end, I found the neck was really wide. So I gave it a seam down the back. And I also gave it a seam down the front and just made it a bit narrower. And I love it much better. I've realized I love a big sleeve. I just feel so pretty when I wear a dress with a big sleeve. And that was quite a revelation because I've went and I looked at my wardrobe and I've realized the things that I gravitate to is the things with big sleeves. There's some normal sleeves and I used to quite like them, but I think I'm just in my big sleeve season. Now apparently it's going out of fashion again, but I'm just going to embrace it and wear it as long as I feel because fashion is a guideline. It is not what you should do or have to do. You can decide. And that is the nice thing, the difference between fashion and style. Now, as I said in my last video, oh yes, and thank you for all your beautiful and kind-hearted comments. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And some of it I want to talk about and some of it I can't or don't want to. So, style and my crisis, my personal style crisis is the thing I'm going to focus on. And the fact that I can't see. It's been quite a mission. My eyes have just deteriorated like crazy because of years of cortisone cream that I had to use for eczema. But that's a story for another day. So anyway, I am back to a kind of normal. And I don't know what normal looks like anymore. And maybe for a while I'm not going to know what normal looks like. And that's okay. That's something I'm really embracing at the moment, is to take the moment as it comes along and just go with it. Go with the flow and just see where it takes me. Speaking of see where it takes me, as I said, I made McCall's 7352. I really love this pattern. I just made it into a dress and I think I made view D and then I cut the sleeves off about this much because they were just too long. And I don't know if you know the pattern McCall's 7969. That also have a big sleeve, another one of my favorite dresses, but that sleeve in the front is kind of like curved in so that there's more fabric at the back of the sleeve than the front. So I've used that as my guide and I love how these sleeves fit now. I just gave it a little bit of a binding and they're still nice and wide and it's just perfect. So I think that's it about this dress. And yes, I made it longer of course because it was too short. Oh, there's a Pinky cat. Pinky cat. She's been so independent and she's actually left me for my sister. I feel totally rejected, but it's okay. We all can make up our minds who is our favorite people, and apparently I'm not her favorite anymore. But that's fine. I can deal with it. So I'm done with my moment of griping about my cat choosing my sister above me. Let's go into the next thing that I made. So this was the other piece of fabric that I told you about. And I chose this pattern. I've made it before and I forgot. I totally forgot. I hated the collar. The collar band, what I've realized is, I think they make these for giraffe necks, for women with really long, beautiful necks. Mine is average, but it's not very long. So the collar band was about this wide. That's about 4 centimeters. And then the collar was just as wide. So I just went ahead and I cut a centimeter of each. And now I'm putting it together and I hope I'm going to like it. But the jury is still out on this one. I will insert some photos where I speak about this. I've basically redid everything on the shirt. The collar was too high. And I've done the buttons, but the buttons need to move. So I cut the collar smaller and the collar band smaller, and I'm kind of fed up. Oh yes, and when you have it on, it falls open, not according to the pattern, but on here. So this part I need to replace with some other stuff, with some of this fabric. I've done the one side, but this side still needs to be done. I'm not going to put it on because I've sewed on the buttons. I've done buttonholes. I'm actually quite impressed because I did it on my old little burnina down there, and I am quite happy with how they came out. But then I sewed on the buttons according to where the buttons was on the button band of the pattern, and they don't line up. So I need to unpick the buttons and redo them and do quite a lot still on this. And I've unpicked it so many times already, so I'm kind of fed up and I'm not sure I like it. I was not sure. I love the fabric, but I was not sure about the fabric for me. So I think that's one of the things. And I've just realized I am not really a shirt person. But I'm not going to give up. I'm going to wear it, finish it first, because I hate to leave things unfinished. When I moved from my house 2 years ago, there were so many undone things, and I've vowed to myself that I will never do that again. When I start something, I'm going to finish it. And you're going to hold me accountable to it. So ask me about stuff. Then I showed you this tablecloth, and I was going to do the tablecloth pants. I think it was a tablecloth. Yeah, it's not a curtain, it was a tablecloth. So I was going to make pants out of it. I'm still going to. But these two rooms are beautiful. I love them. I love this room. I love my other side, my study. But there's not a lot of ventilation. And I put in an air purifier and thingy, and I thought that would be enough, but it wasn't. So I had to put in ventilation. So that's what happened this week. Instead of working on what I needed to do, I was working amongst dust, because these are prefabbed walls and they've got like rebarb, I think, is in it, and it's quite a mission. It is such a mission to make a hole in this wall. That's why I decided not to put windows. Firstly, it was going to cost me too much, and secondly, the amount of dust I would have had to move out completely. So they just made a hole this size on this side and on that side, and then we put extractor fans. So the one fan will pull air in and the other one pulls air out on that side. And it is really effective. I've put this one off because it is a bit noisy. I don't know if you can hear in the background. The one on that side is running. But you won't believe the difference. It is so much better in here. So yeah, that happened this week. So there was not a lot of sewing except this thing that kept on unpicking and redoing and whatever, and I finished this dress. But I think that's good enough for now. You don't always have to have tons of things done. Sometimes it's nice just to do what's ahead of you. Then I was still speaking about these pants. Yes. So I was going to do like a yoga top, but I've made these as a mock-up. It is the Simplicity 9471. And I know some people love it and some people really hate it. What I like about this, it's got an elastic at the back. I don't like the inset at the back, so I usually just cut it all as a one piece. And I want to make view A, but make the legs wider. So it's like nice wide-legged pants. Because this is quite stiff. So it's not like a soft linen. And I don't think it's going to wash much softer than this. So I think I'm just going to do this. But what I've learned when I did it the last time, the front of these pants go up too high. So I will just remember on not the inset part, on the bottom part, just to take out a centimeter, because then they really fit me well. So that's the pants I'm going to make in these ones. But it's not going to happen because I'm actually pre-recording this one, because tomorrow we are leaving for Hartenbos. My parents are visiting at the moment, which is so lovely. And my parents and my two sisters, the triplets, I'm part of triplets, we're all going to have a nice little seaside holiday in Hartenbos. Go and Google it. It is such a cool place. Love it. I've just come from there for work, so I'm quite excited to go again. And then next week, I'm going to be at a wedding and I need to go and make a waistcoat for the groom. So I'll be flying out to where the wedding is going to be and just spend a few days beforehand and make the waistcoat. Because sometimes you have to be close to the person you make something for it to fit properly, and especially if it's for his wedding attire. So I'm quite excited. I bought the same velvet that I used for that curtain. I bought some for his waistcoat, so he's very excited, and yes, I'm really looking forward to that. I was hoping to make myself a dress for the wedding, but I think I will just wear my butterfly dress and call it a day, because you know what, it's not about me, it's about him and his bride, and it's going to be awesome. I don't think I'm going to be able to put footage, but if I can, I will put it in for next week's Friday shows. I think I've mentioned it, but I'm going to say it again. Last week, a lot of you have commented, and I really appreciate each of you. I was speaking about my style crisis and how I don't know what I want and what like anymore. And yes, part of the reason is because my body has changed, my environment has changed. I don't know about you, but I find environment really dictates what I wear, because in some places, some things work better than in other places. It's just the way it is. And also, there's a dressing culture, no matter in depending on where you go. So yeah, I'm busy I'm busy dealing with that and figuring it out for myself. And some of you came up with such nice advice. So what I've decided for the corporate thing, I love dresses and I don't want to just be in monotone colors. I love grey and I love beige and those colors. And yes, in summer, I love wearing that. But I also love color, like this dress. I adore it. I put it on and I feel so pretty. So I'm just going to make myself a few linen jackets, maybe one in like a biscuit color, because that color really looks nice on me, or maybe an olive, and then either like a burnt orange, or if I do olive, then it will work with this dress. Basically everything in my wardrobe. Make a short little linen jacket that's really well tailored, and just put that on when I have corporate things, and call it a day. Head covers, I know we spoke about it before, and a lot of you said just go without it. And yes, I usually do. But sometimes when I go into business meetings, I don't want people to focus on me. It's about them and it's about their business, or it's about their situation. And for that reason, if they don't know me and they see me without hair, their first assumption is that it might be some life-threatening disease, which it's not. But then it means that people are thinking about me instead of themselves, and I'm going into that situation for them. And so yes, there is the place of wearing wigs, which I've spoken about before. It's not going to work for me with my tactile intolerance. It will mean that I will be a very nasty person while I'm listening, or a very itchy and irritated person, and that's also not the right atmosphere. So I find if I just put something on like a bandana or a headscarf, that usually just calms people down, that they realize, oh, okay, she's okay, or I don't know exactly yet. It also depends on the culture, you know. I found in some countries and some cultures, people don't really mind, but I also need to just be aware of it going into situations. So yeah, I still don't really have an answer about the head things, and I've lost my favorite hat. With this last trip, I don't know where I put it, so I need to make some hats. I know I love hats, but not like any hat. I'll put a photo, I think I've got photos of it. So I do have a pattern that I really love. I've never made it. It was a hat that I had, and I wore it to pieces. So I came across the pattern when I was tidying up again after all the dust, and so I think I just need to make myself a few hats in that color, in that pattern, maybe in like a blue or a brown, or I don't know, I'll see. I think I do need the olive green one and a blue one, because those colors I really love. I love dirty colors. It's like if you take pink and you put a bit of mud in the water, or if you take green and it gives you olive green, those colors, I just love it. And even this blue, it's not completely blue. It's got like an undertone of, I don't know, maybe grey. I think it's grey. So it's not a pure color. I love those colors. It's the best. So yeah, I think that's it. I know I said last night I was going to do a live. I was just not able to. There was so much dust in here, and I had such a headache from they used a bonding liquid or a bonding cement to put the things in the wall, and it just got to me. My sister as well. We had such allergies that both of us were not breathing properly. So, yeah, I had to decide in the end, okay, I'll put up the video that I actually edited for today, for Friday, and I will just cancel the live. So sometime in the future, we will do a live, but not yet. Let me just get the next few weeks behind me because there's a lot happening. For now, I'm just going to enjoy the spaces because finally I have ventilation, which was quite a problem. And it looks pretty even if there's parts that still needs white paint over it. And I feel at home. Yeah. After traveling for almost 2.5 years, it is so nice to have a place that I can call home. And that is my question today. Are you one of those people who can function anywhere? I thought I was, but I've realized I need home. I need a place that feels like home. Even if it's temporary, I need my little things and I need to make it feel like me. Or are you not really influenced by your environment and you are quite happy as long as you have whatever makes you happy? Like my one friend says, if she has a book, she can be at home anywhere. I would really like to hear what you have, what makes you feel at home. And yes, leave it in the comments. And again, thank you so much for your friendship. I really appreciate having this little community where I can come and just visit with you. And I love your comments. It really is so heartwarming to chat to you and to get to know how you think and what is important to you. Because that is ultimately what I love in life, is the people around me to really see you for who you are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. So this room had no ventilation, and I tried to make it work with an air purifier and stuff like that, and plants. But it was not enough because I would constantly get headaches. And so we've put in ventilation, an extractor fan, or basically it pushes air in. And then also on the side of it, in that corner, you decided to come and keep me company just when I want to work with this. You are such a nana. Oh, no, 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 no. Hello. Oh, you're such a cutie boy.